Hey YouTube, today I'm going to be showing you the Tornado Coil. Some call it the cone coil, call it whatever you like. These coils are small, they don't necessarily work well with cotton. I think it's because of the hole. There's a lot of bare metal if you try to put cotton to it. So what I do is I make this coil with 2 inches of Canthal 26 gauge resistance wire. I'll wrap it around this cone. And it has a needle sticking out of it for a purpose of so that you can grab it with these pliers. Nice metal piece, you can really pinch down on that. Coil is best used for taste testing your ejuice. As you can see, this is one that I've pre-made. I've taken it out for this video. I'm going to reinstall one. But this one gives you an idea of how much, how big it is. So let's say you're DIYing your own juice. You're at home, you don't want to keep switching out all your cotton when all you want to do is try this one batch. What I do when I'm in that situation is I just throw 2 drips. 2 drips, the surface tension of a high VG juice will keep it all right in that place. It won't get messy, and if it does, hell, it's an RDA. What's it made for, right? So what I'm going to do first is I'm going to take this little cone piece, I'm going to place my wire respectively above it. Now I'm going to come in here with my pliers, kind of move it over. This isn't the easiest thing to do on camera. And then I'm just going to take, so I'm left-handed, so I'm going to do it this way. Some of you might, switch it around. I'm going to take my left hand, I'm going to make sure that I get into that red part. So you see how it goes down into that cone? You don't want to pull it too tight or it'll all just bunch into one area. See, that's 6, 7, 8, 9. And you want the leads to kind of be coming off the same way. See that? I mean, they're close enough. You can see from the 3-post RDA over here that that's just about enough enough of an angle for those 2 leads to be coming out to reach those posts. Now I usually wrap this 8 times. I wrapped it 9 times just now. And I do that because I like to have a kind of a medium resistance. I know some people would consider it a very low, a very high, sorry. I'm coming from a mechanical mod kind of cloud chasing background, so when I say it's a 1.5 or 2 ohm resistance, it takes me back to those days when I very first started vaping, Haven't had a 1.5 resistance coil quite some time. Now what I'm doing here is I'm just trying to reshape it. I want all these to be pretty uniform, and as you can see right there, this odd little gap. So I'm just going to pinch and pinch. Alright, well, it's kind of coming together. Anyways, so there's the coil. This is spaced out pretty far. You can see that it kind of lost its tension. You get those 2 leads relatively in the same direction. Alright. So now that I'm pretty satisfied with that. It looks pretty sweet to me. I make these quite often. And to be honest, it's pretty random whether or not they come out the way you want them. That lead in there. Let's get this lead in here. Alright, I did that. And this is all preference. But I like my cone to be pointing towards the inside of the RDA. If it's pointing towards a wall, it seems to get messy. But that could just be user error on my side. So now I want to make sure this is pretty well positioned. I feel it is. So I'm going to tighten these on down. Now make sure that when you tighten this, jeez, throwing stuff all over. Make sure when you tighten this and you move this leg, that coil does not move. Do you see how my coil isn't moving on the other side? I was moving the whole mod. It looked kind of, oh, that kind of moves it. So see, I'm going to make sure that that side has just a little bit extra tightening. Make sure that cone is kind of, all right. So it's going to lay over kind of like a cornucopia on Thanksgiving. And that's completely fine. The function's still going to be there no matter how it lays, as long as it kind of tapers down into a cone shape. It'll hold all your material right there, you know. So we're going to dry fire it. Ooh, right from the middle. You know, guys, for a video coil, that is pretty on point, I'm not gonna lie. Sometimes I'll come in here and just kind of make sure that everything's looking proper. And you can see sometimes after you dry fire, it'll change up the tightness of your leads. So you want to make sure that you dry fire until your coil looks like it's been dry fired. I don't know how to explain that really. Kind of like a seasoned TI nail. But I don't know if Canthal or resistance wire really seasons. But yeah, so I like that a lot. So what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna take the cap off of my Stillair V2. I'm gonna take those two. You see how there's two airflows? Well, we only have one coil. Oh, I might want to cut these leads off. Alright. So let's go airflow right over the coil. Oof, that's hitting it right in the face. Alright. Now what is my only gripe about this Stillair V2 is that it does not have a single coil air slot option. I don't know why they did this. I usually remedy this by either just throwing my thumb over the side that doesn't have anything. I don't know. I should probably point that out. So you can definitely see that this side does not have a coil on that. Obviously this one does. You can see the Tornado right there. So yeah, once in a while, because in my opinion, in my experience, when you do BHO or shatter or something like that, the flavor is the only thing that's going to go up. Some people in the e-cig world or the cloud chasing world think that less airflow, or I know that a little bit less airflow helps the vapor production go up drastically. On the concentrates out of an e-cig, I've never really noticed a jump in vapor no matter what I do. I only notice a change in flavor. So the best way for me to get flavor out of this setup right here is through, I think, yes, this is a 1.1 coil. Whoa. 1.1 up there. I usually do this at 19. I do this medium range, so 15 to 20. 15 to 20, and it's a pretty good flavor RDA. Yeah, so if you guys have, I haven't tried this on a Magma yet, but I've tried it on a CLT, Tobe, Stillair, Plume Veil. Pretty much anything with posts is going to work. You just got to be able to make a Tornado. And I'm also looking into a way to make a larger Tornado for a dry herb coil. But that's definitely not going to be vaporization, since it will be done through, what's the term, conduction? I don't know, don't rip me apart. But so yeah, there is the Tornado coil for ejuice and hash tasting. If you have any questions, please feel free to email me at service@canakits.com. You can send a message to this YouTube channel. We're very social, so any of the medias, you can hop on there. Send us a message, let me know what you think. Hell, I love compliments, anything. Let me know, guys. Have a good one. Thanks.